Welcome to 4-Minute Firsts, where we give you a fast first impression on a new #1 comic issue in 4 minutes or less. This week, we're looking at Bullseye #1, an issue that actually brings us not one, but two Bullseye stories, one of which will serve as an ongoing and the other serving as a bonus 10-page one-shot. Let's tackle the ongoing arc first. Entitled The Colombian Connection Part 1, it brings Bullseye back onto the assassin scene after he'd been killed, resurrected, paralyzed, blinded, then killed again, imprisoned, and later sprung by the hand. He's tired of laying low. He wants max bloodshed ASAP, and that leads him to Colombia to kill a drug lord's son's captors. So let's talk about the writing in this issue first, because I have a very specific ideal portrayal of Bullseye. In my opinion, he's one of the most frightening villains in all of the Marvel Universe. He's a ruthless psychopath who could conceivably kill you with just about any mundane object that he can get his hands on. Now, writer Ed Brisson, he gets my Bullseye. The dude, this is Bullseye, not Brisson, kills about a dozen people with 4 paper clips during a casual conversation with his agent just because he gets bored. He's cautioned to tread softly and not to draw undue attention to himself, but instead he staples flyers announcing his arrival to Colombia all over the airport and its innocent occupants. This is my Bullseye. And what's more, the dude Bullseye is after looks to be fairly scary and sadistic in his own right. I genuinely cannot wait for the two of them to get together in the pages of this comic. Artist Guillermo, Sanna, and colorist Miroslav Mrva, whose name I'm likely mispronouncing, do some really neat things with shadow and profile and colors, the brightest and most vibrant of which are utilized and emphasized at the most violent moments of the book. The 10-page one-off short story at the end by Marv Wolfman, Alec Morgan, and Frank Martin hits all of the right marks too. Visually, it's noticeably different, but nothing suffers by any means. Bullseye gets himself into and then out of a situation while serving a client's contract. The kill he pulls off at the end is amazing. It kind of reminded me of the Joker's pencil scene in The Dark Knight, and that is no bad thing at all. And in all fairness, Bullseye did warn him. I don't think the one-shot short stories will continue going forward. I'm unsure how financially feasible it will be to extend each issue by nearly 50%. In fact, the second issue weighs in at 22 pages as opposed to the 32 pages of this first issue. So it looks like we are out of luck on that front, which is a big bummer for me. Maybe they'll drop the bonus content on us every now and then, who knows. Overall, I'd say that if you've ever loved Bullseye or enjoyed the solo books that focused on the villain rather than on the hero, then Bullseye #1 by Brisson, Sanna, and Mrva definitely needs to be added to your long box or your hard drive. This has been 4-Minute Firsts. If you're quick, you can find this issue on the shelves of your local comic shop. In fact, I'll drop a link to a comic shop locator down here in the description so that you can hunt down the closest one to you and support your local businesses. Otherwise, you can snag it digitally through Comixology. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another #1, but until then, later nerds.